Okay, this is a very different speech to the last one. It's a press briefing done yesterday by President Donald Trump um, alongside his coronavirus task force. It's a text that I've got from the White House website, so it's verbatim exactly what Donald Trump said, and so I thought it could be quite an interesting exercise to do this one. Definitely some challenges in there, and I hope you'll forgive me for not trying to do too much of a Donald Trump impression or an American accent or anything. Okay, so here goes. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Very comfortable here, a lot of room, and we appreciate you being here. Yesterday, I announced that we would be extending our social distance guidelines through the end of April. And this is based on modelling that shows the peak in fatalities will not arrive for another 2 weeks. The same modelling also shows that by very vigorously following these guidelines, we could save more than 1 million American lives. Think of that, 1 million American lives. Our future is in our own hands, and the choices and sacrifices we make will determine the fate of this virus and really the fate of our victory. We will have a great victory. We have no other choice. Every one of us has a role to play in winning this war. Every citizen, family, and business can make a difference in stopping this virus, and it is our shared patriotic duty. Challenging times are ahead for the next 30 days, and this is a very vital 30 days. We're sort of putting it all on the line over the next 30 days. So important because we have to get back, but the more we dedicate ourselves today, the more quickly we will emerge on the other side of this crisis. And that's the time we're waiting for. The more we commit ourselves now, the sooner we can win the fight and return to our lives. And there will be great lives, maybe better than ever. Today, we reached a historic milestone in the war against the coronavirus. Over 1 million Americans have now been tested, more than in any other country, by far, not even close, and tested accurately. The pharmaceutical company Sandoz has been working with us very closely, and $30 million of the hydrochloroquine has been given to the United States government. And Bayer, another company, has donated 1 million doses of this drug, which will soon be distributed to states and state health officials around the country. Teva Pharmaceuticals is also donating 6 million doses of this drug to US hospitals. That's 6 million doses. And the private sector has been amazing. What's happened? Really amazing. They've been terrific. And we're going to introduce you some of the greatest business executives in the world today, no matter where you go. And they're going to say a little bit about what they're doing. The Food and Drug Administration, the FDA, has also authorized these new respirator mask sterilization kits. It's an incredible thing. I've been asking everyone, why are we throwing these masks away? These masks, why are we throwing them away? You look at some of these masks and they're significant pieces of equipment, and I say, how come you throw them away? Why aren't they using sterilization techniques? So I got a call from Mike DeWine, the governor of Ohio, and he's a tremendous guy, a tremendous governor. And he said, we have a company named Battelle, and they're having a hard time getting approval from the FDA to sterilize these masks. And so now we've given them approval. The FDA has approved this sterilization technique, and each of their machines can disinfect 120,000 masks per day. Now think of that. Each machine can disinfect 120,000 masks every day. It'll be just like a new mask, and it can go up to about 20 times for each mask. Now, each mask can go through this process a whole 20 times. And so they have 2 in Ohio, 1 in New York, and 1 will be soon shipped to Seattle, Washington, and to Washington, DC. So it's going to make a tremendous difference on the masks. This morning, I spoke to our nation's governors to help each state get the medical supplies they need. And yesterday, Vice President Mike Pence asked our nation's hospitals to begin reporting total bed capacity. That's intensive care unit bed capacity, ventilator capacity, and vital medical supply levels on a daily basis. Mike, thank you for doing such a great job. Thank you very much. Now, in New York, the 2,900 bed hospital under construction, which is now completed, they completed it in 3 days. You might say 3.5 days, but it's going to be completed today. It will be completed today. And they're setting it up now. So I think we're going to be adding some more beds there, and it's going to be finished by the end of today. And nearly 3,000 medical beds will become operational. The US Navy ship Comfort also arrived today, equipped with 12 operating rooms and 1,000 hospital beds. Work has begun on additional temporary hospital sites, including a 600-bed capacity nursing home facility in Brooklyn and numerous floors of a high-rise building on Wall Street. So it's been pretty amazing what they've done. And the US Army Corps of Engineers have been amazing. They've just completed this hospital, a 2,900-bed hospital in New York, in just about 3 days, maybe 4 days. And the whole city is talking about it. On top of that, we floated our great ship, the US Navy ship, that's going to have 1,000 rooms, which are going to be used for patients outside of what we're normally focused on. And that will free up a lot of rooms for what we're really focused on. So that's been great. The US Army Corps of Engineers has awarded contracts for the construction of alternate care facilities as well. And we're sending 60 ambulances to New York City today, a total of 60. And we're getting some additional ones with up to 190 more to follow at different locations. To date, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, has obligated more than $1.3 million. Sorry, $1 billion in federal support to the state of New York. So we're also spending a lot of money in New York. It's a real hotbed, there's no question about it. And we're spending a lot of time and effort on New York and New Jersey. I spoke to the governor of New York, I spoke to the governor of New Jersey, and we're really getting the job done. People are very impressed. And I'm very impressed by the people of FEMA, the federal agency. The people in the Army Corps, because of what they've done. It's been terrific. I've never seen anyone do anything like it. In addition to the 8,100 ventilators that we've already delivered over the next 48 hours, we're delivering more than 1,000 more. 400 ventilators are going to Michigan very shortly, 300 are going to New Jersey, 150 ventilators are going to Illinois, 150 to Louisiana, and 50 to Connecticut. We've also already delivered 11.6 million respirators, 26 million surgical masks, 5.3 million face shields, 4.4 million surgical gowns, and 22 million gloves. And I don't know if you just saw it, this piece of news. It just came over the wires that Ford just announced just a little while ago that they will produce, along with General Electric Healthcare, 50,000 ventilators. And they're going to be doing it in less than 100 days. On top of that, we have other companies that are doing ventilators, including General Motors, but we have 9 other companies doing ventilators as well. We've actually outpaced what we need. So we're going to be sending them to Italy. We're going to be sending them to France. We're going to be sending them to Spain, where they have tremendous problems there, and other countries as we can. But the fact is that we're doing so many so quickly. And this is a real tribute to our great companies. More than 14,000 National Guard members have been activated, called up on, and can help supplement state and local level efforts to distribute personal protective equipment. And we're sending a lot of this equipment. We have plane loads of it coming in. We have 51 loads from various locations around the world, and they're landing now. We had our first big cargo plane land this morning, and we're getting it from all over the world. And we're also sending things we don't need to other places, other countries. I just spoke to the Prime Minister of Italy, and we have additional capacity. We have additional product that we don't need. And so we're going to be sending approximately $100 million worth of things, of surgical and medical and hospital things to Italy. And Giuseppe was very, very happy, I'll tell you that. They're having a very, very hard time over there. Joining us this afternoon are CEOs of the great American companies that are fulfilling their patriotic duty by producing or donating medical equipment to help meet our most urgent needs. And what they're doing is incredible. These are really great companies. And so I just want to tell all of you that America is very grateful to you and what you've done. An amazing job you've done, and we thank you so very much. I'd also like to come up and say a couple of words, if you might. I'd like to invite you onto the stage to come and say a few things. Mike, you can come up. Come on, fellas, please. Come on up. You have to tell the press about what you're doing because it's been really incredible. Thank you. Thank you.